All right, so you're thinking about moving to 38 and you're wondering how much it actually costs to live here. Well, today I'm gonna do a video on the cost of living of 38. As somebody who just moved back a couple of months ago from Orlando, I lived there for 7 years, came back, I went to high school here, I grew up here, loved this area, decided to move back, but there are quite a few differences in the cost. So I'm just gonna kind of compare some of those prices to living here to give you a better idea if you live in a big city, just kind of generally what is different here. Because we are in a smaller town, we are in a touristy town, so it is a little unique. Some things are more expensive, some things are less expensive. So let's get into it and talk about the cost of living here on 30A. Hi, my name is Christina Robertson. I'm with Sea House Realty. Me and my mom, Sabina Robertson, are a mother-daughter team here on 30A. If you're looking to move here or you just have any questions about the area, please feel free to reach out. We are happy to help. And make sure you hit the subscribe button because we post all kinds of videos about this area. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is property tax and insurance here. It's obviously going to be much, much higher than a place like Orlando or anywhere outside of the state of Florida due to our insurance crisis right now with all of the hurricanes. It is really high, I'm not gonna lie to you. The insurance is crazy here and the property taxes are a little bit higher here than living in Orlando or again, anywhere out of state. So my best advice to you for that is it really varies on if you're in a flood zone or not, or where your house is and how close it is to the water when it comes to insurance and property tax. So to prepare yourself and give you the best number possible, look at some of those homes, ask a professional and get some quotes before you even go under contract for a house so you are prepared for what those numbers are going to be and you can really decide if that's worth it to you or not. All right, number 2 is going to be power bills, and I would say those are pretty comparable to my Orlando bills. I lived in a 1,500 square feet townhome in Orlando and I live in a 1,500 square foot townhome in Santa Rosa Beach. And I pay about the same. I paid about $100 to $150 for all of my bills in Orlando, and I pay about the same here. All right, number 3, groceries. I will have to be very honest with you guys, the groceries here are a lot more expensive than other places because they hike them up, especially in the summer. At Publix, everything is priced more in the summer. You will notice that if you live here, because of all the tourism and they know people are going to pay it. We also don't have a ton of options. We have Walmart and Publix here and a Winn-Dixie in Miramar Beach, but we don't have like all these different grocery stores in a city. Like I had Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and all these Aldi and all these places. I think there's an Aldi in Niceville, but mostly I shop at Publix and I've noticed my grocery bill from Orlando to now has gone up $50 to $100 every time I go shopping. So that's just the nature of being here. You're gonna spend more on groceries. If you are super, super strategic about it and you drive to Niceville or you drive to Fort Walton to go to the Sam's Club or Costco there, I don't remember which one, I'll put it right there. You probably can get around that, but it's not convenient at all, just to be honest with you. It is gonna be a little bit pricier here. Number 4 is gas, and gas is actually a lot cheaper here than it is in Orlando. I was paying around $60 to fill up my 15-gallon tank in Orlando, and I pay about $40 to $45 to fill up my 15-gallon tank here in Santa Rosa Beach. So we actually do have cheaper gas. I don't know the reasoning for that, but it is a little bit cheaper here generally, so that is a plus. All right, number 5, going out to eat and shopping. I would say this is honestly pretty comparable to Orlando. Maybe if you're not in the city, like if you're in the outskirts of Orlando, it's definitely cheaper, but I was living like in downtown Orlando, and the pricing when I go out to eat there versus here is pretty similar. I didn't really notice a huge difference in our bills at restaurants or anything like that. So it's pretty the same. You have less options, but you're gonna be paying around the same as like maybe a downtown area. If you live in a suburb or a smaller town, it will definitely be more expensive. Number 6 here would be all the entertainment. Now I will say here, I find myself spending a lot less money because a lot of the activities I enjoy here are outdoors and outside and free for me to do, like biking and walking, surfing, paddleboarding, all free. I don't have to pay for those. In Orlando, when I was going to a bunch of concerts and going out to a bunch of bars all the time, it was a lot more expensive and I found myself spending more money on entertainment. So here, I do find myself saving money on that because I'm doing different things that are cheaper here. So I think that there's a lot more options here to do that are outdoors. That did make a difference in my lifestyle and my day-to-day expenses. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in here and show you this website. It's called bestplaces.com and it has some good data about the cost of living in general to the national average. And as you can see, Santa Rosa Beach is much higher than the rest of the country. So depending on where you're moving from, this could look like a lot more expensive, a lot less expensive, but I'm gonna go ahead and link this website below to give you a better idea on a national average what Santa Rosa Beach is in comparison to. And the last thing we're gonna talk about today is housing, and this is the biggest differentiator in pricing here in Santa Rosa Beach and 30A. The housing here is significantly more than most places in the country. It is really expensive. It's a lot more expensive than it was in Orlando. So I'm actually gonna have Sabina come on and show you in the MLS some market data of what your average cost to own here is in Santa Rosa Beach. And she's gonna pull in different parts of Santa Rosa Beach to kind of show you the price difference. And I just wanna remind you guys that we do have Freeport, we have Miramar Beach, Destin, Panama City Beach, in the surrounding areas around Santa Rosa Beach, and the housing prices there are significantly lower in some of those areas. So that's just something to keep in mind, that if this seems really out of your price range, there are more affordable options close by.
So now I want to showcase you the map of Santa Rosa Beach, zip code 32459. Basically, you see all the listing on these little maps, but the price points vary based on where you are. And I'm going to go and show you a little bit about what the average cost per area is and what you can buy for $1 million. So over here, 98 is kind of the dividing point. All the homes that are located south of 98 are divided by 30A West End and 30A East End. And there is a price difference between the two areas. Over here is Point Washington, and then here is North Santa Rosa Beach. So you can see that half of this little tip goes into Santa Rosa Beach. And then when you go into Baytown, that's actually Miramar Beach. And then you have also here by Chat Holly, you have lots of homes available here. So let's go take a closer look. So currently today of February the 16th, there's 192 total listing alone in North Santa Rosa Beach. And if you're looking at the actives, we have 192 active, 54 pendings, and 18 sold. What you want to look for is the medium 3-bedroom, 3-bath home, close to 1,968 square foot. List to sold ratio is about 97%. Now let's jump into Point Washington area, also here in Santa Rosa Beach. Let's take a look at Point Washington. As you can see, the medium sales price in Point Washington is slightly higher than North Santa Rosa Beach, and you're looking at the average sold price $737 and original list price right around the $800 range. So now we go to 30A West End. Remember, the Grayton Beach is the dividing point. It goes all the way to Topsa State Park. And this is all the homes in this area refer to 30A West End, and all of them have a Santa Rosa Beach zip code. So the medium original price is like around 1.2 million sold price, and the list to sold ratio is about 91%. So now let's look in 30A East. Rosemary Beach, Alice Beach, and also Watersound have their own zip code. So you're kind of not going all the way to the east end of 30A to cover the Santa Rosa Beach zip code. Now this is really important because Rosemary Beach and Alice Beach are our most expensive areas here on 30A, and they're not included in this medium price. So we're looking at $1,499,000 original sold price. That's your medium, and sold to list ratio is 95%, and that's for 30A East Santa Rosa Beach zip code. So here is kind of the 4 different areas, how it's divided, and you can pretty much see your lowest homes priced are in the North Santa Rosa Beach. Then we go to Point Washington. We end up 30A West End, and then as we're moving further south, the prices will increase here in Santa Rosa Beach.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be posting all kinds of videos, 30A, Destin, surrounding areas, so please hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next video.